Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Trojans will boot it away to start the game. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense set for a first down play. Handoff to the lone batter. Finds Zach Brees, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Davis will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires downfield. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to and when he sticks his foot in the ground. You could tell when he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
He lets it fly. And that pass intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking downfield, it's Moss. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
They'll try the run. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. At the 45 on its way. Nothing but green ahead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he knows how to finish in style, a 66-yarder to the house. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Davis looking to pass. Fires toward the target. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll run it to the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
This time they'll go to the running game. Delivers the contact. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
To the air on first down. It's complete! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Trojans!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll run play action. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They're bringing heat. He's got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find supers.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! A great catch and run for 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Got a man, it's Marshall. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Davis will throw. He fires to the left side. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Going up top on first down. And that one's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the time.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Makes a move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Branch. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
I old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Throws for the tight end. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Back to pass, it's Moss. He's going to fire deep. Reels it in down the left side. Open runway ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, USC!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Michigan offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Now the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Jackrabbit. Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
Keep it on the ground. Oh, it's out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. He's loose. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Looking to throw it again. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Acorn. Get set, get set.
Back to pass, it's Moss. Coming after him. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Michigan 0. Return runs out of bounds.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point in the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down.
Easy.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. He's off to the races. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. These corners going to give them some space.
Easy.
To the air, it's Moss. Unloads to the right. It's complete. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. And the Trojans are on the move.
55 weak.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Touchdown, Trojans! And the punishment has been extended. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Leinart, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard. That's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
about to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be.
And your Michigan
Stopped at the 18.
will take over. First and 10.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Quarterback will keep it. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Coming up.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into...
Gets away from one, finds room. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted to fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Davis looking to pass. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. The give to the tailback. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He looks that one in nicely. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
He's got his man.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Now on second down. Off play action. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Inside the 40. Running toward the tape.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, USA 38, Michigan 7.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the ground. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground. And touchdown, Trojans! And the pummeling has started. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They think there's room to run to the right here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Now on the option. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a designed quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down. And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. The quarterback takes a knee. This offense has gone haywire on these last two plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on 3rd and goal? They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And they swarm him under.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
And it's no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Davis will throw. He wants a big play here late. He's got it inside the 30. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Reads it, fires complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.